It's an intimate version of the Rowdy.com Big Three today with our friend, the FlameDisk.
Yes,
we're going to grill right here on the curb of a major American metropolis and prove to you that the FlameDisk basically goes anywhere.
It goes...
And look, a coupon. Save $1 on next purchase.
Pretty sweet.
Incredible.
Whoever emails me first, I'll send that coupon to.
Oh, now you've gone and done it, because now you have to do something.
Yes, we can grill without charcoal, ladies and gentlemen, thanks
phenomenal.
to our friend, the FlameDisk.
You want to get the sound?
Welcome once again to today's Rowdy.com Big Three for the LifeLock 400 from the Chicagoland Speedway. We're grilling some eggplant and some yellow squash here, ladies and gentlemen.
Looking very good.
We got Buck Fever, Buzz Cutler, I'm Bassmaster. So let's talk about the keys to this racetrack. A downforce racetrack, one that looks a lot like Kansas, which we will run in the chase. A night race, Chicagoland Speedway, mile and a half. What's your big key, Buck Fever?
Well, they call this a cookie cutter racetrack. My big key is going to be taking 2 tires late. I think there's going to be a late caution. We've had a lot of late cautions. Somebody's going to go ahead, take 2 tires, and try to jackrabbit out ahead of everybody else, get out of the pits, and win this thing on pit strategy.
You got to have track position. Fuel mileage could be a big key, but if you look at last year's race, Buck, you're right. A lot of bumping and banging out here, a lot of carnage. The restarts have become such a big key in this sport, so I agree with you. My key really is looking at this racetrack and talking to a good friend, Rick Mast, former Cup driver. He says, you know, this track is all about momentum. There's actually a finesse element to Chicago. When you listen to Rick describe how you get through the corners and the mistakes you can make, I think you'll see what I mean.
What happens, you'll get into the turn too deep sometimes. In other words, you go in and you got it wide open, and when you get out of the gas, you realize you've gotten in too deep, and you're going to start to lose the nose, so you have to tap the brake a little bit to slow it down. And if you go in and you get out of the gas too quick, then you're forever getting to the center of the turn, and you're wanting to get back in the gas too soon, and if you do that, then you're just going to set yourself up for a bad push all the way off the turn. You can't do that. So it's a matter of getting in there just the right spot and getting out of it at the right spot, trying to stay off the brake pedal and still have good momentum by the center.
All right, let's get to drivers here, Buck, because we've kind of broken it down into 3 tiers. One of the obvious guys to look at, Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, Kevin Harvick is the guy that I'm going to go ahead and pick. I think that if he's going to vie for a championship, he has to do well on these 1.5-mile ovals. RCR and Kevin Harvick have really stepped it up this year on these racetracks. He's won here twice. I want to go ahead and put him in victory lane.
All right, Kevin Harvick, 2 wins, the first 2 races at Chicagoland Speedway. The other guy with 2 wins here is Tony Stewart. He's looked a lot better in the last month. You got to look at Tony as a top-tier contender here, Buck. And then I also think you have to look at Jimmie Johnson. 3rd best finishing average here, although he's never won here.
Head's not going to be in the game, man. Head's not going to be in the game.
This is the kind of good thing that Jimmy does. The new dad, let me win one for Baby J.
Yeah,
I don't think we have a name yet as of this recording for Jimmy's new daughter. So Jimmie Johnson. A second tier might be Denny Hamlin, Jeff Gordon, Kyle Busch. And I think 3 guys you want to look at as maybe able to have a good run here. Matt Kenseth, who has been the dominant car here at least twice, although he hasn't won either of those races. Mark Martin, who won this race last year, and Casey Kane, who was, I think, 3rd here last year, but that was his first top 10 ever at this track. Can Casey make a charge to get in the chase? Chicagoland could tell the tale.
Oh.
Don't drop it in there, Cutler.
But
don't.
It'll just give it extra FlameDisk goodness. You want to take a bite? Here, take a bite. You've got asbestos mouth.
Amazingly good.
Yeah, that's the yellow
It's the ultimate NASCAR food, grilled eggplant and yellow squash.
Yeah, yellow squash is great.
No tailgate is complete without it.
I would say not.
Here, you want to bite an eggplant, Buck?
Oh, that looks good. Oh.
That's really good.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.